Brandon Love Sports. Shout out to the mighty LDBC Lions Den basketball community. We are live and we are in the flesh, in person. Got a quick video for you this evening. I was looking at some content and I was watching this highlight. I forget who the brother's name. I wanted to shout him out, but I just happened to come across him on my timeline. And I was watching a video. If I ever get out, I'll probably post the name of the video and the guy who posted the content in the description box. We're talking about basically the videos about all the excuses LeBron James fans make. And oh yeah, yeah, you know I gotta keep it 100 all the time, man. What's going on, brother? And one of the biggest excuses that's floating around now is LeBron James is 40 years old. Stephen A. Smith said that was the most disgusting excuse I ever heard on the first take the other day when he was talking about he's saying some slippage in LeBron James' game. Really? You all just now seeing it? I've been saying 6 years saying that he's letting people blow by him and all this stuff, and he was saying that LeBron James, in so many words, he can have the excuse he doesn't have to get back on defense because he's old. In other words, nobody should expect him to get back. But my attitude is that if he can't get back on defense, he needs to retire. It's that simple. If you are not physically capable, what's going on, Clayton? If you are not physically capable of playing the game of basketball, the way it's supposed to be played, the way it's intended to be played, if you can't play the basketball at 100%, then you don't need to be playing. If you're not good enough to play defense no more, to the point where you got to take plays off and all this kind of stuff and preserve yourself and load manage, no. Basketball is a man's sport. And if you got too old where you can't play but on one end of the game, on one end of the floor, you need to retire. You need to retire. He's old. That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. If you can't perform at the level that you are getting paid a max salary, might I add, then you shouldn't be. It's not rocket science. You can't get back on defense. Everybody else got to get back on defense. But LeBron James can just sit back, take plays off, and put his team at a disadvantage where it's 4-on-5 as opposed to 5-on-5. Everybody's getting back while he goes walking toward the bench. You know, no, I don't want to hear this excuse. You don't get your excuses don't fly here on Brandon Love Sports TV's channel, because we uncover the truth. We give it to you real, raw, and direct. And the reality is that if LeBron James can only play on one end of the then that's what he needs to retire. He's not at the level to play. He can't play anymore. He's not physically capable of playing. I understand. We all get old. But at the end of the day, when you get too old to where you can't perform, then you need to be, y'all want to trade all these people. And I heard them talking about trading some picks. No, don't let the Lakers no picks. Like I said, there's only one thing left to do, and that's the benediction. Get LeBron James bags, pack his bags, and ship him out of town. Go play with Stephen Curry. Go, by all means, go to the Golden State. But I want my team back. This guy has done nothing but be a locker room. I mean, a disaster to the locker room. Nothing but. So, so that's why I feel the way I feel, No excuses, you're right. No excuses. Go out there and play ball. You can't play but on one end of the if you can only perform on one end of the floor, then you need to retire because you're no longer physically capable of doing what it takes to play the game of basketball. And this is a guy who spends $1 million a year on his body, right? Remember that? $1 million. We remember LeBron James was bragging about that at his team, putting that out there. That he spends over $1 million on his body, probably more than now. With science, medicine, I get something out of my chest. With science and medicine, all this stuff to get himself in the shape. What's going on, man? I see you, man. To get himself in the shape that he needs to be in to play basketball. Well, if he can do all of that and he still can't perform, and he can only play on one end of the floor, then it's up. The jig's up. It's up. I'm serious, man. It's time to say the benefit. Amen. 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 It's time to go home, LeBron. Pack your bags. Get out. Go home. Go home, Bron. Go home, Bron. No more Bron. No more Bron. It's time. It is time. You had a great career, but it's over. You're done. You're a bottom feeder now. You get to the point where you can't play basketball no more, you can't play defense. To me, LeBron James, he's a role player. So that's what role players do. Players have specialties. LeBron James is a stat-padding offensive player whose points mean nothing. This guy he's been relegated to an absolute joke at this point in his career. Because everything is to advance it. The truth of the matter is, if LeBron James cared less about getting a triple and scoring 20 points, then the Lakers might be halfway decent. If he would go to the bench, quit worrying about scoring 20 points, quit worrying, it actually probably would be a better team. I'm not saying with all that horrible coaching of J.J. Redick, maybe not, but they'd be better than they are now. So y'all miss me with that. All these excuses, I ain't buying none of them. I want to hear them. I don't want to hear the Dutta man, Kendrick Perkins. I don't want to hear his excuses no more. I've heard them all. Brian Windhorst, I'm tired of hearing them. LeBron he ain't no max player because he's only playing on one side of the floor. So if you can't play defense, buddy, put up or shut up. You can't play defense, it's time to retire. You're too old. Okay, you're too old. You need to do us all a favor and quit stealing from the game. Quit stealing from the Lakers, stealing their money, getting these max contracts, firing good coaches, bringing in bums, and having your bum son there playing. And he scored 16 points. I bet y'all. He scored how many? He took in 14 shots to score 16 points. Y'all miss me with this, man. Brandon loves sport, man. You LeBron James fanboys are the easiest people to eat. I'm out. Peace.